NFL free agency period begins this Wednesday, March 12th at 1 p.m. It's also when trades can be made official, as it is the start of the new league year. So, what should New York football teams be looking to accomplish in free agency? We're going to talk about the Giants and Jets. We're going to do it with a host from WFAN, the great Danielle McCartan, who joins me now. Danielle, how are you doing? What's going on?
I'm good, Dexter. How you doing? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, always a pleasure to have you on. Look, I know you being the football aficionado that you are, I know this has to be an exciting time for you, especially to see what the Giants and Jets can do. We were just talking about your boy, Tommy DeVito, being back in the fold. So I know you're excited about that. But let's start with the Jets here. With the release of Aaron Rodgers, what should Gang Green's plans for addressing the quarterback position in free agency be? Should they consider targeting Justin Fields, Jameis Winston, or other veteran quarterbacks, or do you like them going another route? How do you think they should approach this?
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. The Jets are, to me, as win now as possible. And Dexter, I have to be clear here. I don't like that Glenn and Muji kicked the quarterback that gives them the best chance to win to the curb. It was a big mistake. That said, with the situation they're in, and they've got to get a veteran in there that can win games, like right now, because Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Brees Hall, they're all in their final year of their rookie deals. So then you pivot to, okay, other than Aaron Rodgers, which was a mistake, who is out there? You mentioned Justin Fields. I never liked Justin Fields. Plus, he comes with a tremendous learning curve. Jameis Winston's a turnover machine. And to me, and we'll talk about this, I'm sure, there isn't a top tier quarterback in this draft that the Jets should be, in love with or enamored with. So if I'm the Jets, I would set my aim on Russell Wilson. Let's ride.
Oh, wow. Did not expect you to be going there to Russell Wilson. All right, Russell Wilson in green and white. That could be a good move. Why do you like Russell Wilson? I got to give you a quick follow up on that. Why Russell Wilson? Why do you like him? And why do you think he could be a good fit for Gang Green?
Yeah, first of all, again, the Jets are in win now mode. The Jets need a veteran quarterback in there. They need someone with a little bit of, in Italian they call grinta, a little energy, a little something, a little moxie to him. And Russell Wilson's that guy. He's a veteran presence. He's younger than Aaron Rodgers. And when I side by side compared his numbers to those of Aaron Rodgers from last year, they're pretty comparable actually. So I don't know what the Steelers are going to do. Are they going to go with Fields? Are they going to go with Wilson or neither? I don't know, but for me, if you need to have a guy with experience in that room based on the construction of that team, and I think Russell Wilson has that kind of personality that Aaron Glenn and company can get behind. So out of all of the options for the win now Jets, it's for me, it's Russell Wilson, actually.
All right, Russell Wilson for the Jets. That is Danielle's pick. Let's move over to the Giants and their QB situation because they could be looking for a veteran quarterback. So should Big Blue pursue Aaron Rodgers, right? Possibly Kirk Cousins, or should they explore trade options for quarterbacks that have been linked with them, like Kyler Murray? Where do you see the Giants going here, Danielle?
So the Giants, to me, are in sort of like a different quarterback position than the Jets are. And you can call me the conductor of the Aaron Rodgers train, which fine, I'll take the title. But this Giants team is not the fit for him. If Aaron Rodgers is what they say seriously considering the Giants, if I were him, I'd probably just retire because unfortunately for Aaron, the Giants are not just a quarterback away from contending for anything other than last place in that division. I'm sorry, but it's true because it's one of the most increasingly more difficult divisions in all of football. Here's what I think. I have no knowledge basis of this. This is just me conjecturing. I think the Giants head coach and the Giants general manager are on the hot seat, so to speak. They're both in their final year under contract with the Giants. And that said, it would not surprise me, Dexter, in the least, if they selfishly, yes, try to buy themselves some more time by drafting a rookie quarterback this season. We need 2 to 3 years to fully develop this guy, so you're going to have to extend us kind of position. But the biggest mistake the Giants can make this spring is to trade up in this draft to mortgage valuable draft stock for a team with a ton of holes for a gigantic New York market swing and miss on Sanders and Ward. I've got NFL scouts, not me, ranking Ward as the 25th best player in this draft. NFL scouts, not me, are ranking Sanders as the 63rd best player in this draft. Never mind taking him third. Why would you trade up for that? For me, at 3, for the Giants, it has to be Travis Hunter. And then in a perfect world, Jackson Dart in the second round. Tommy DeVito starts until Dart's ready.
Oh, you got your boy Tommy DeVito starting for the Giants until I see what you're doing there. That would excite you very much. If that happens, I don't know what Danielle's going to be like before training camp. I have no idea. All right, but here's the thing, Danielle. Because beside the quarterback position, you got to talk about receiver with the Giants, right? Because they got to get some weapons to help Malik Neighbors. So you've got wide receivers such as Darius Slayton entering free agency. What are names that the Giants should target to enhance their receiving core through free agency or trades?
Yeah, that wouldn't be the route that I go. I mean, for me, in my draft strategy, the Danielle McCartan draft strategy, this wide receiver room would be pretty stacked. The very physical Travis Hunter, who had a drop percentage in his career, I just was looking under or at just about 2% drop percentage. You've got the explosive Malik Neighbors in that room. You'd have the stretch the field Jalen Hyatt if they ever figure out how to use him, and the very slippery Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot. And don't forget, I mean, Tyrone Tracy is a pretty good pass catcher too. But again, going back to your question, there is a path where the Giants may sign a lower tier free agent quarterback, or they might draft one, which means they're going to have good money to spend actually in the wide receiver room. If a big name free agent quarterback comes here like Rodgers or Wilson, obviously they won't have much. So it really, honestly, it's like, do they do this? If yes, go that way. If they don't do that, it's okay, go that way. But if the Giants end up looking to free agency to build out that wide receiver room, I mean, there's a pretty good crop of wide receivers out there on that market. Top of the list being Devontae Adams, of course. Who knows if he's going to want to be a package deal with Rodgers. You've got Keenan Allen out there, Chris Godwin. I mean, any of these guys would be immediate impact types for the Giants, but I still prefer them to address the position through the draft.
All right, got them going through the draft with that one. And I think the Giants, with all that you've said, that's what makes them one of the most interesting teams, Danielle, heading into free agency, because it's about what do they do at quarterback, which is going to tell a lot, and then how do they fill some of these other holes on the team. But before I get you out of here, let's go back to Gang Green. Cornerback DJ Reed, he's entering free agency. How do you think the Jets plan to address potential gaps in their secondary? Are there any specific free agent cornerbacks or safeties that they should be targeting to bolster their defensive backfield?
So DJ Reed's reported market value, 4-year deal for just about round up to $60 million for a team hopefully looking to pay their homegrown talent within the next calendar year, Gardner, Wilson, and Hall. I mean, that's out of the Jets' price range to even bring DJ Reed back. That said, there's a guy I really like in the draft, actually. Number 7 in the draft for the Jets is a great spot to be in to take that replacement lockdown, shutdown cornerback for at a fraction of the cost, of course. It just so happens to be Michigan's Will Johnson. And according to scouts, he is the 7th best player in this draft. Yes, he's got to become a better tackler. I understand that. But the upside of him is huge. He's an immediate starter day one, and there's a lot to like about him. He's got good size. He's got immense pre-snap recognition. I mean, the scouts say that it's almost like he's in the offensive huddle. That's how good he is at it. He jumps routes for takeaways. And by the way, the Jets are among the worst in the league with just 7 interceptions on the season last season. So he would be an immediate help for a fraction of the cost. So I would say Will Johnson, welcome to New York. Hit the easy button on that one, Dexter.
All right, there you go. Finding value in the draft at the cornerback position could be a play for the Jets. We'll see how it all plays out. If Danielle has it her way, her boy Tommy DeVito will be starting a quarterback for the Giants next year while they try to figure out some other things, and we'll see what happens with the Jets. She's got Russ going to the Jets. Going to be interesting with both the Giants and the Jets to see what they do in free agency. That is Danielle McCartan. Check her out on WFAN. Always doing a great job. Danielle, always a pleasure to talk some NFL football with you. We'll talk soon.
Dexter, this is my bread and butter. I love the draft and I love the scouting process. So anytime you have me, I appreciate it.
Hey, gotta let the people know. Can't wait to see your notes. I remember last year you had the charts, the notes, everything going. Danielle gets into it. So Danielle, we'll talk again for sure before the draft. Thank you.
Got it. Color coded and everything. You got it.
All right.